Good morning, Miss Cheryl's here for some music and a little story that goes with it. Are you ready? This story is about a little boy in the Bible, and his name was Joseph. Now, Joseph had lots of brothers at home. There was a lot of brothers in his house, but his dad liked him the best. Joseph's father liked him more than any other brothers, and so he made him a little coat. And there was every color you could think of in that coat. It was a very special coat. But that made his brothers jealous. They thought, well, we didn't get a coat. Dad didn't give us any coat. What makes you so special? So they took Joseph long ways away from home, and they dug this hole, and they just dumped him in there and walked off and left him in the hole. Well, they started to think about that. Well, what are we going to tell Dad when we get home? So they saw some men coming towards them riding camels. And that gave them this idea. They said to each other, I know what we can do now. When those men get close to us, we'll just pull Joseph out of that hole and we'll sell him to him. So they can take him on with them and he can work as a little slave boy. So that's what they did. The men got close to Joseph and his brothers, and they got off the camels, and the brothers said, hey, you got some money with you? We'll sell you this little boy. He can go with you, and he'll make a good slave. Okay? So the men on the camel gave him the money. They took Joseph with him, and Joseph went all the way to a country called Egypt. And he worked for a man named Potiphar. So he worked a while. God helped Joseph, because it wasn't his fault that he got pulled away from his own home. God helped him. And then one day somebody lied about Joseph, told him something bad about him that wasn't even true. But it made Potiphar mad, so he put Joseph in prison. And even in prison, Joseph trusted God to help him there too. And God did. He helped him. And one day the king heard about this boy in prison and heard that he could tell them what dreams meant, because the king was having these dreams and they were really bothering him. He wanted to know what they meant. So go get that Joseph. I want to talk to him. So they brought Joseph out of prison to the king's house. The king shared his dream with Joseph. Said, now, can your God tell you what my dream means? What does this mean? So Joseph prayed about it and said to the king, yes, God told me that this is what your dream meant. You're not going to have any rain for a long, long time. Now with no rain, the gardens won't grow. They won't have food to eat for their people. And even the fields will be so dry, it won't even grow grain for the animals. So they would just starve. So, because of that, Joseph decided on his own, let's save some food that we've got, and then we'll have enough to eat for ourselves, and maybe even other people we can share it with other people. So Joseph's brothers back home, they didn't have a lot to eat either because of no rain. So they heard about this king having more food in Egypt. So they went to check it out. And when they got there, Joseph recognized his brothers coming up to him and asking. Now, the brothers didn't know Joseph was yet. But when Joseph found out these were his brothers, he did the right thing that we should always do when somebody's mean to us. He forgave him. He said, I forgive you of all the mean things you did to me. Here, I want to share some of our food with you. So Joseph's whole family moved to Egypt, and they got to share the food together, and they were happy because they were together once again. So our little story talks about, our song talks about the same thing in the story. It's got 4 little verses. One of them talks about, I got a jacket, like Joseph's coat. I've got a jacket. And the second one is, brothers sold me. Brothers sold me. And the third one is, on a journey. We're traveling on a journey, going a long ways. And the last one is, God will help me. So you help me sing, okay? So I'll play for it, and we'll sing together about Joseph's journey. First one, got a jacket. Okay. Got a jacket, got a jacket, got a jacket just now. I got a jacket just now. And the second one is about brothers sold me. Brother sold me, brother sold me, brother sold me just now. Just now, my brother sold me just now. Excuse me. The third one is on the journey. On a journey, on a journey, on a journey just now. Just now I'm on a journey just now. And the last verse is God will help me. God will help me, God will help me, God will help me just now. Just now, God will help me, God will help me just now. Yes, isn't that a neat little song? And boys and girls, remember, anytime you're in a difficult situation and you need help, who do we ask? We just ask Jesus and He'll help you. So until next week, keep that in mind. Jesus helps us. Bye-bye.